While the Pirates of the Caribbean or It's a Small World might be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of rides at Disney World, there are still plenty of roller coasters for adrenaline seekers in all four theme parks. But which ones are actually worth the wait? Well, we're ranking all of the Disney World roller coasters from worst to best in 2025. And stick around until the end as we reveal our insider strategy that will allow you just to simply walk onto these roller coasters with little to no wait up next. Welcome aboard, everyone. I'm Don B from Eat Sleep Disney. In total, there are 9 roller coasters between the 4 Disney theme parks. Magic Kingdom offers the most roller coasters, with 5 inside the park. Hollywood Studios houses 2 popular roller coasters, and Epcot and Animal Kingdom both have 1 roller coaster each. So, how do these 9 roller coasters stack up in our ratings? Well, there are a few things to be considered when ranking the roller coasters throughout Disney World. In no particular order, some of the things that we've taken into account for our ratings are the length of the ride theming, thrill level, comfort level, and let's be honest, if you've ridden some of these roller coasters, you know exactly what we're talking about. And average wait times. Located in Storybook Circus at Magic Kingdom, the Barnstormer is a perfect first-time coaster for little ones, though most adults without kids are probably going to skip it. Guest board Goofy Stunt Plane and ride with Goofy through an aerial stunt show for a quick and twisty ride through the sky. Coaster is a whopping 53 seconds from start to finish. The ride has a 35-inch height requirement and rarely has wait times over a half hour. This is going to be controversial, but the nostalgia of Space Mountain just doesn't justify the fact that this ride needs an update. Space Mountain is located in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom and is one of the most iconic rides in all of Disney World. However, its comfort level in comparison to other coasters is a significant reason it ranks low on our list. Put simply, this one hurts. The pros about this attraction are that its queue and ride are entirely indoors, and air conditioning is essential during long waits in Florida summers. Additionally, the ride is pretty lengthy in comparison to others, hovering around 2.5 minutes long. And you get a pretty fast ride, with the coaster reaching a top speed of 27 miles per hour in a ride vehicle that's designed to look like an actual rocket. That being said, Space Mountain is an extremely bumpy ride. If you have any back or neck issues, we suggest you skip it. Even so, if you don't have any problems, you might walk out with some. The ride is entirely in the dark, so if you aren't okay with tight, dark spaces, this also may be a do not ride for you. And if you're traveling with little ones, note that there is a 44-inch height requirement. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a family-friendly coaster and has a 38-inch height requirement, making it perfect first coaster for young ones in your party. Additionally, it has a very familiar theme. Based on the popular Disney movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, guests travel through the mines with the Seven Dwarfs, encountering one-of-a-kind animatronics, popular songs, and some unexpected twists and turns. Although there are no inversions or major thrills of any kind on this ride, but it may be one of the best theme coasters at Magic Kingdom. The ride opened in 2014 and quickly became a staple of Magic Kingdom's Fantasyland. However, we're not entirely sure that the wait times reflect the ride's quality. For example, guests will rarely find wait times under an hour to 75 minutes for this attraction. While the ride queue does have interactive elements to keep guests entertained, there isn't much thrill to justify consistently long wait times. The ride is smooth and substantial, lasting just under 3 minutes, so you do get a reasonable length of time on the ride. However, remember that we're ranking on all aspects of the coaster. If you have a Snow White enthusiast in your group, this is a must-do. They won't be disappointed. But there are better roller coasters throughout Disney that might be worth the wait. Board a train on the wildest ride through the wilderness in Magic Kingdom's Frontierland. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is another iconic ride in Disney World, with the mountain reaching a height of 104 feet, making it the tallest coaster on our list so far. Embark on 3 minutes of twists, turns, and drops through a haunted gold mine of an abandoned frontier town. There is a 40-inch height requirement for this ride, placing it a step above Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, but not as intense as Space Mountain. There are no inversions throughout the ride, but there are a few drops to be aware of. While some may argue that this ride is bumpy, it's currently undergoing refurbishment for the entire year of 2025. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is expected to reopen in 2026. The ride will feature major updates like a new track and a little bit of new magic, according to Disney. Switching parks to Disney's Hollywood Studios, everyone loves Andy's favorite toys. Themed after the beloved Disney Pixar Toy Story franchise, families hop on board Slinky Dog and dash through the skies of Toy Story Land on Slinky Dog Dash. This 38-inch height requirement coaster is perfect for families of all ages, and personally, it's one of our favorite coasters at Disney World. However, while there are some dips, twists, turns, and the highest speeds on our list yet at 40 miles per hour, the thrill level is still fairly minimal in comparison to the rest of the list. One of the downsides to this ride is that it's entirely outdoors, including the queue, making it a prime target for weather delays and very hot lines. Additionally, the line is rarely under a 1 hour wait, though we'd say this one is more than worth the wait, especially if you're traveling with little ones. New to the parks, TRON Lightcycle Run makes our list as the first true thrill ride. It has the tallest height requirement yet at 48 inches and top speeds of almost 60 miles per hour. The newest coaster at Walt Disney World is now the main attraction in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom. Themed around the Tron movie franchise, guests join Team Blue in a high-speed race, boarding one-of-a-kind ride vehicles that are actually light cycles. Instead of a lap bar, guests hop on the light cycle and get secured by back and leg restraints, making the ride experience completely different than any other Walt Disney World attraction. However, the downside to this ride, it's a whopping 60 seconds long. Once guests are launched from 0 to 60 miles per hour, and then, well, it's pretty much over. Additionally, since this is the newest roller coaster on property, the lines are long. If the ride itself were longer, we'd be tempted to rank it higher, but waiting an hour and a half or 2 hours for 60 seconds isn't ideal. Stroll down Sunset Boulevard at Hollywood Studios and head to Rockin' Roller Coaster, the only roller coaster at Walt Disney World to have inversions, and not just one, there are 3. This entirely indoor dark roller coaster launches adrenaline junkies from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Riders experience corkscrews, rollovers, and up to 5 Gs. The attraction lasts a minute and a half, but the theming inside provides guests with much more to enjoy during their time. Currently, guests board a super stretch limo and join Aerosmith down the streets of Los Angeles to make it to the red carpet in time, all while popular Aerosmith songs are playing through speakers in the vehicle. However, this is set to change soon, with the Muppets taking over Rockin' Roller Coaster in 2026. While it is still open before it closes for refurbishment, be sure to check out the single rider line if you want to skip the long wait times. Animal Kingdom's Expedition Everest is the tallest ride in Disney World at 112 feet with an 80-foot drop. Guests climb aboard a train, race through the Himalayas, and try to escape the Yeti. Reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour, guests 44 inches and above can travel through dark twists, turns, drops, and even head backwards. This 3-minute coaster provides everything a good coaster needs: a lengthy ride, unique thrills, and ease of access. A single rider line is also available for this ride, and the wait times are usually manageable, especially earlier in the day. You'll rarely see this line over an hour long. Guests visiting EPCOT will not want to miss our top-ranked coaster, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. This ride has a 42-inch height requirement, making it more family-friendly than some others. This is the longest coaster at Disney World, coming in at 3 minutes and 20 seconds. The reverse launch attraction is entirely indoors and utilizes brand new technology that allows guests to not only glide through space, but also spin a full 360 degrees throughout the ride, ensuring that you don't miss any of the action. It reaches speeds of 60 miles per hour and has a track length of almost 6,000 feet. Join Rocket, Groot, Gamora, and Star-Lord on a mission through the galaxy while jamming out to some of the crew's favorite songs. But if you don't plan accordingly, you could be stuck waiting quite a while. As one of the most popular rides in EPCOT, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind often has waits of an hour and a half or more. However, you don't need to wait that long in line. One of the simplest ways to have the shortest wait times for any of these roller coasters is to take advantage of Disney's early entry. And lucky for you, right here on YouTube, we have a brand new 2025 guide on how to maximize early entry for all 4 theme parks. Armed with our expert early entry park strategy, you can bypass the lines, minimize your wait time, and be one step ahead of everyone else in the parks. That way, your next Disney trip will truly be unforgettable.